Yeah, good. How are you today, Red? Oh, fuck, man, so good. I can't tell you how relaxing it is to bust the nut this early. You know?
I've hit recording, Red, so this is going to get
lols, not lols.
But I hit record like halfway through what you were saying then, so it sort of sounds weird, like you're just talking to yourself.
Well, that's how I get the most sense out of myself. I tell you what.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, I concur. This is a good idea.
Yeah, we're just going to ramble some shit for 60 seconds, so we've got a little bit for the preview.
Other than, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express podcast.
Well,
no, it's not that it's lifeless. It's just something about the fact that you know it's a recording, that it's just
every single time perfect. It's exactly the same.
But it's so it comes across as a very perfect recording. But yeah, anyway. So you'll hear the jingle jangle for the first 60 seconds because I'll have a sip of coffee before we actually start the proper show.
Hey Aussie gamers, and to everyone that loves video games and things alike, this is the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. Born and bred within the land of opportunity and slow, overpriced internet. For news, reviews, and video game related fun, keep listening along with your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 175, and today is Wednesday, the 28th of June, 2017, and welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. I am your host, Lucas, and here with me is my co-host and very good friend, Red. How are you, mate?
Well, apparently I'm a bit of a moron.
What? I have had conversations with rocks that reminded me of conversations with Red at early hours of the morning, but why are you a moron?
Oh, there was a post yesterday.
Right.
And it said something about Black Sabbath, and it said tag a moron. And I fucking wake up and I dust the sleep away from my eyes, and I've had a really nice sleep, and I wake up and I see my name posted, and I went, oh, Aussie Osborne. I said, this post looks really familiar. And then I go to the top and it says, tag a moron. And I'm like, well, fucking thank you. You've
commented back, are you calling me a moron? And I was thinking, well, if you kind of have to ask that question.
You will. It was funny.
But it
was my fucking post.
Yeah, it was your post. So I've tagged you in it. Yeah, but see, the thing is, now, the good part about you not being an admin of Aussie Gamers anymore and being an admin of BAM Nation, I can tag you now. I couldn't tag you before.
Oh, okay.
So whenever there was a post on Age that I wanted to tag you in, I couldn't because it was.
Of course not.
Yes, because only community members can tag their friends, but
yeah.
Admins can't tag community members unless they've already commented in the post.
Under their own alias.
That's right. Yes. So now I can tag you and shit. So fuck it, it's coming.
But no, that was fucking sick. It's yeah. As you said, I'll plug it once quickly. BAM's going really well, and thank you for your support.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, it is going really well. Congratulations with that.
300 this week.
Yeah. The big 3 BAM! Is that how it goes?
BAM! BAM! Yeah, as I said earlier in the morning, we'll get one out by the end of the show. I'll surprise you.
Right, you'll probably scare the shit out of me.
Probably.
But anyway, Red, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we'll have video game discussion, then we'll do video game news, and in this week's news, Rugby League Live 4 release info. Then we'll have Modern Warfare Remaster Standalone sword coming. Then EA's ambitious hopes for Anthem. Then we will do user-created content, What's That Sound, Remember When, and Last Words. So first up, Red, video game discussion.
Yeah, well, I bought 2 new games today. Well, yesterday. They're only a couple of gigs, so obviously they're still downloading today. I think I remember telling you a little while ago, just to put a little backstory to it. Ooh, installed, just finished downloading. Marvel Heroes Omega. The wife tried to do a sneaky nice for me and put some money on my account. She goes, okay, go buy your new character now. And then after I went played the game for a good 20-30 hours and realised that maybe not just yet that it's worth putting money on, I just left the money sitting there. And so this double points fucking PlayStation Plus double rewards, double discounts on the store at the moment, which goes until into next month. Yeah, I got off the Rockstar deals, I got the Warriors from PS2.
Oh yeah.
And Bully.
Oh yeah, they're 2 games that you've spoken about those before, that you liked them.
Well, not so much Bully, because I've never played that, but I enjoy I liked the concept of it. But Warriors was one of the fucking games that really got me into couch co-op specifically, because that's all you could do back then. But yeah, so really excited to see how it goes. To couple up with the fact that the door could be knocked on at any minute, and I'll be getting my new modem for the NBN to be installed on Friday. My wife also bought me another sneaky, and I've got a PlayStation camera, so I'm going to have a little Reds retro stream every now and again. And not everything's lined up at the moment, but you and I have spoken about auto hosting and getting a community together and trying to have some content always flowing with whichever Twitch account you follow or subscribe to, or whatever the fucking word is.
I think that's been set up now. Whether it works or not, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it definitely will be by the time this goes out anyway, because the couple I'm going to add to it and get the priorities list. You should be the priority at the top of yours, and then whoever you want, then it'll be mine at the top of mine, and then it'll be yours. And Weeksy, yeah, that's about all my friends. No, got a couple lined up, but yeah, you subscribe to one or follow one. The good news is you'll basically be following everyone. Well, you'll be getting content and updates from everyone. So I think that's a really, really cool feature. I don't think it's been on Twitch for all that long after talking to Reprimir, because he's not long just explained it to me. So yeah, I bought these games for $9 each, so there's going to be a bit of retro fun coming out of Twitch from us, so that'd be pretty cool.
I just got an email from Microsoft. They're looking to sue you and I for encroaching on their all-in-one entertainment unit by providing this Twitch service. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, fuck them guys.
They're upset.
Maybe if we had a game where we could stream on there.
Come and use Mixer. 0 lag.
I've had a look at Mixer. A couple of people I know actually use Mixer. And I'm like, hey,
good features.
Yeah, like the fact you could press red X on it. Yeah.
No, but surely the good features that are on Mixer, I'm pretty sure Twitch will eventually adopt them. The big things that I like about Mixer, other than the fact that it's like starting again, but they offer. Well, they claim like little to no lag, so if somebody sees what you've just done on your stream and comments, it's all going to be at the same time. Whereas I think there's usually around 10-second delay with Twitch.
Oh, well, Twitch is awfully reliant on your connect. I was about to say
it all depends. True.
Surely a lot of that's got to be latency related, because, like, I'll comment on yours per se, and you're streaming at 1080 without an issue, and it comes through, as you said, within 10-12 seconds. Mine, I'm streaming at 340 currently, and I've got probably about 20-second delay, because I was doing it the other night. And shout out to Paul Clement, you old bastard, because I know you'll be listening. He goes, oh wow, you're the only person that calls me old. Well, yeah, him. and I'd do something, and then I'd comment on it, and then I'd follow up my comment with another comment because I get the most sense out of myself, and then he's mirrored my comment with something, but it's popped up a good battle later, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but look at the thing that I've noticed as well. Like you'll be watching. I've noticed when I was watching streams back with other people who were watching it and talking to them, whereas I might be, say, 6 seconds behind, and they'll be 13 seconds behind, or vice versa. But if you hit refresh, it'll load it up and you'll have less of a lag. It's a really bizarre thing, so I don't know how Mixer claims that they'll have none, because it is very dependent on your network and how you've connected, when you connected, and what happened during your connection. So it's a little bit weird, but they claim that.
There's too many variables. There's too many variables for a claim like that, I believe.
It is. Yeah, I agree. But another thing that I don't know if it's available as yet or if it's coming, because I haven't used it, but there's also the prospect of multi-screen streaming as well. So let's say, for example, you and I are playing a game together. We both stream to the same account, and it splits like it puts two screens. So it puts my stream next to your stream, so the people watching can
get both perspectives,
can view both rather than having two separate channels streaming them. I think that's brilliant, and can only really be done otherwise by using a capture card and a computer and doing it all on your end before it gets streamed. That's
exactly, and we've just been talking about the legitimacy. I've been thinking about that sort of stuff, how much work it's going to take, like a CPU, or so. Obviously, my laptop wouldn't be capable of it, but because I've got an Elgato on the way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so
all these things are really becoming a reality now.
Those things are good features, but I don't know. Like, and the thing is, though, it's very heavy Xbox, like dominated, because it's an Xbox or Microsoft initiative. This whole Mixer thing. So if you want to watch people play an Xbox, it's fantastic. But if you want a variety, Twitch is the way to go, because there's PC streamers, Xbox streamers, PlayStation streamers. Everything streamed across Twitch.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes, because Ustream come out and Daily Motion have come out and they haven't withstood the test of Twitch.
No, well, it's never really mentioned, is it?
No, I just think Twitch is too ingrained in it all now. They cover all the esports, they cover all the major YouTubers and everything like that. Even with YouTube streaming, Twitch still dominates the scene.
Yeah. Totally. There you go. What else, man?
The usual, mate. I've probably put 20 hours into Rocket League. No, yeah, well, probably 50. I mean, Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still I've hit parts in this, and I don't know whether it's DLC related, because I think I've made note in the past that I've not played the DLC previous to this installment, and being all integrated, you don't know whether you're actually doing DLC areas at the time. Yeah. So I've been places I've not been before. That really sounds like it should be a song, but yeah, I've really I don't know. I'm just really enjoying it. That seems to be my stream title at the moment, because being remastered and being really pretty and everything, it's not really demanding. It's something I can get away with a lower quality of stream. So that's been my go-to game from about 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Heads up to yourself, considering we're doing this streaming thing together. Night before, so it finished last night. I have recently reinstalled Magicka 2.
Oh yeah.
We want to start a fresh playthrough of that bad boy.
Yeah,
so
good game.
I'm scrolling across my XMB at the moment. I'm really good at fucking taking notes down. Next Machina, I think I've about exhausted that to the point where I don't. If it gets any more, well, it's not frustrating at the moment, but it's potentially going to become frustrating because of my Twitch reaction ability. Well, the lack thereof. So I think it's almost run its course with me. I think about 4 levels, maybe 5. But I've played the other arena modes and single world modes and checked out the hidden little bits and pieces, collected the hidden humans and everything like that. I think I've got my enjoyment out of it, and I believe it's around the $20 mark retail. I'm not too sure actually, but if that's the case, any $20 or under, $22.95 and under, it's I can deem it as it's worth its money. It's but yeah, I'm about spent on it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, look, I've played it a bit as well, and it's really hard. Like I've been playing it through. It's sorry, the price is $30, $29.95.
There you go. Yeah, it's borderline.
I'm
Wait for a sale.
Playing it through on just the easier setting, whatever it is, just to get a feel, like a layout for the land. And even then, I'm struggling a bit with it. So whether my skills in that area have dwindled, or if it really is just a little bit harder than, say, your Rezo gun, but it's definitely a challenge. That's the thing.
It's their hardest game on console.
But
Housemarque's hardest game.
A game like that should be hard, because that's the type of game it is. Yeah, if it was easy, it'd probably be a waste of time.
No. I absolutely agree with the. I'm not knocking the difficulty curve. I just think it's me. As I said, you got to be able to triple dash. There's only one thing I reckon. I hope it's fixed in a patch or a hot fix. I think there's a smidgen of latency on the dash.
Yes. When you've got the triple dash?
Yeah, input lag or whatever you call it, from the controller to the screen. There's that second that you know you've hit the button and you fucking died, and you go, there's triple dash there, so I haven't exhausted all my dash resource or my mana.
Oh,
fuck you.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, because I was having that issue, but I didn't want to sound like I was just whinging saying that I was shit. Like,
no,
game.
No.
Okay,
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah, because I had that issue the other night when I was live streaming it for the competition, and that was happening to me. I'm like, I pressed that, but I ended up, because I've dashed through a laser, grabbed the human, but then like really quickly dashed back, but I didn't dash and I just ran into the laser.
Yeah. No. There's definitely some lag.
Yeah, let's blame the game. Pitchforks are ready.
Yeah, I'm happy to, because I've died a few. Because my biggest claim to fame on Next is the fact that I've flawlessly run the first level with a max multiplier to post once or twice maybe, to post a top score. Right, cool, tick that off the box. I finished a few bosses, tick that off the box. Find a few hidden passages, tick that off the box. The game's good. I'm good with the game. It's delivered everything it's promised. Me being not good enough at it is no excuse for the fact for me to rag and bag it. So definitely, you've said it 100 times, the score chaser, if they're your things, the Twitch reaction, bloody shooters, twin stickers, if it's your thing, definitely worth the $30. If you're going to take a punt on it, probably wait for 33% off and pick it up for $20. Visually alone, it's worth that. I think it's fucking one of the prettiest games I've played in a long time.
Yeah, like Rezo Gun, it is real pretty.
Probably since Rezo Gun.
Yeah, it's got a good aesthetic to it, with the block pixely particle effects that pop out, and that they're really colourful, and it's like a big neon explosion of
pixels. Whoa.
Stuff.
Yeah. mini Minecraft cubes.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's good. The giveaway that we did, congratulations to Ran C. He was the winner of Next Machina, so he got his copy of that, and he's no doubt playing it and doing his head in, breaking controllers. And on the fly, I don't know if you were watching it, Red, but on the fly, I think it was Martin Creamer's. Well, I suggested that. I felt bad for everybody else that was there, because we had quite a few people in the stream.
You're too fucking nice to live stream fucking giveaways. And you got Brendan Brandon there going, yeah, do it. Go on. Yeah. Maybe if you go bankrupt, it'll open up the pathway for everyone else to get their page on the scene. Fuck off, Brendan. Ready to play one. RCW.
It was Martin Creamer's, I think, suggested to give away the $7 headphones. And I was like, oh, but I like those headphones. Oh, all right, I'll give them away. But anyway, so I did a little bit of a thing for everyone that liked the live video while I was doing it, and Adam Ryle won that. He was the winner of the on-the-spot comp for the headphones. But I'm not giving him my $7 headphones.
Fuck him.
Nah,
You're giving me a $400 bloody A40s that you don't own.
Well, yeah, there you go. Merry Christmas. No, I'm getting him a brand new one. So.
Well, the name resonates because I've seen it before. I think he has left you a really... Yeah, here we go. You want to talk about on the fly. Yeah, can't say enough positive things about these guys. Entertaining and informative content delivered daily to your feed. The podcast is fantastic and makes my Mondays a hell of a lot brighter. Well, you suck. Yeah, not so bright now, is it? And the straight down the line, no bullshit reviews are always a great read. So there you go, on the flight. I think if there was someone deserving of a $400 set of A40s, it's still not you. But congratulations on your $7 headset cover, and yeah, they go all right for $7. Eh?
They do, and I have to call them the $7 headphones because they don't actually have a name. I'm gonna draw on it in Texter and write Aussie Games Express. These are the Aussie Games Express gaming headphones.
TMC,
and the value just went up to $99.95. But there you go. So they're on their way. We'll get them out to you as soon as possible, Adam. Congratulations.
Yep. Dip, potato chip.
What else, Red?
Just to really quickly round out, I've been playing... fucking dog wants my chair. I played some Rocket League on and off. We've got now Return to Arkham City. I've never played Batman Arkham City. Still haven't, but it's there, so... That's incoming. And that's about it.
That's it?
That's about it. A lot of Skyrim.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really, really like it. So I'm going to see this one through properly this time round, and then there's no excuses for anyone to call me a casual.
Lovely. All right. Well, I'll go through what I've been playing. First up on my list is Overwatch. I set up a time the other night and live streamed with Rep Premiere. You're giggling about something?
Oh, you waited for a special for Overwatch, didn't you? And you don't regret buying it, but it's about to be $29 at Target.
I saw that at bloody Target.
It's always the way when we go out and go, we'll go get the game, and then next week it's half price. That is so cheap. Sorry to interrupt you, but you're Overwatch.
No, you're right. I saw that this morning that Overwatch is like going to be $30. Well, it's $20 less. But on the upside, I essentially got 2 copies of it. That's how I play with Rep Premiere because he has it on PC. So buying it digitally, we can do the digital sharing. So
like Weeks United do, yeah. It's very convenient.
Yeah, which allows us both to play it. So essentially, it was $25 for me. Is that right? How much was it? I don't even know. Let's just say that because I don't want to upset myself even more that it's now on sale. Anyway, we live streamed with that one. Well, I live streamed for the longest part because Rep Premiere didn't do his fucking update for the game. So we're waiting for him to do his game update. And man, I was doing really well, which was cool. So I was enjoying that. And then we had someone jump in from the stream. It was like a 12-year-old level 88 guy, which fucking brought in all of the crazy high-leveled enemies, like opposing teams that's pretty much decimated us. So,
yeah.
But I had a good time with it. Overwatch, good game.
It's very solid.
Yeah, look, it is a good game. I reckon anyone that plays it with mates will have a good time with it. It's a real well-rounded game. I also did a live stream of me playing The Last of Us again. I put it on grounded difficulty. And,
you're a game individual.
Got through the next section, which the section that I was up to was very easy because there's a cheese path to take, which I posted up on the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page. It took about a minute to get through a section that probably would take about 20 minutes if you didn't die.
Yep.
And then I didn't stream it, but I played a little bit more of it yesterday and got through probably the second hardest part in the game, which precedes the hardest part in the game. Now, have you finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll know the part.
You were going to disown me.
Yeah, I remember that. There's a section where you meet up with David. Remember him?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, very, very much so.
You first do a little sort of wave defense kind of thing in a little shack. And then he goes...
As Ellie, yeah.
Yeah, as Ellie, that's right. You're playing as Ellie. And then he says, screw this, we're getting out of this room. You go through another little section before you then go across like a walkway into a small room, which ends up with a bloater coming out.
Yep.
That there is the hardest part of the game, no matter what difficulty you've got it on. Obviously, it's easy to do on easy, but it's still the hardest part of the entire game, from if you ask me. And
because you start off with fuck all again with Ellie, and especially in grounded mode, I imagine you'd pick up fuck all.
Yeah, there's not very much to pick up, and as Ellie, you can't punch the runners. You have to either throw a brick at them to stun them and then stab them in the face, and then you can get them down, or you have to shoot them with an arrow or a gun or what have you, So, but the thing is, in that section of the game, ammunition preservation is key, because then the clickers come, and with Ellie, you can stab a staggered clicker and kill them, but you got to stagger them. But you can't stagger a clicker if they're aggroed. So if
no, it's got to be sneaky.
Yeah, if they're unaware that you're there, you can stagger them and stab them. Easy, right? But these things all know you're there, so the bricks and bottles won't work. So to kill the clickers, you either have to wait till David is either getting attacked by him, and then you can stab them and kill them, or David might punch them and stagger them, and then you can stab them, or you got to use a bullet and you got to put them down with the rifle.
Yep.
But the thing is, there's that many of them, you can't just shoot them all because you don't have enough ammo. So you've got to preserve. You've got to try and get these melee kills, as many as you can, but it's really hard to do in circumstances because the melee will put you into an animation, which will get you killed if there's another one next to you, another runner. So you've got to pick your marks, you've got to run around, separate them. I can do it and have done it multiple times on survival, which is the hardest difficulty from the original game. Yeah, on grounded mode, yeah. I can't do it. I haven't been able to do it yet. I played it for probably an hour and a half yesterday, dying over and over again, trying different tactics, trying this and that. I've got the tactics. I know the tactics and the way to do it. But executing those tactics is a different thing. It is really hard, and you need to be perfect. Put it this way, once I actually do it, that video will make it to the page immediately because I will want to share my victory. But
yeah,
I don't want to sound like I'm giving up, but at this point in time, I don't have high hopes. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Have a bit of a break.
Yeah, I might have a break for... It's really hard, man. And there's no cheesing this section. It's just hard. So
yeah, well, look what happened with the Surge, though.
Yeah, that's it. Look, you come back fresh another day, try something else, and you can get through it. But yeah, so that's where I'm up to. I think it's called The Hunt, is the section of the game there. On grounded difficulty, yep. It's a bit of a struggle. I don't know if I'll live stream that one, because that gets some... It'll be the same thing over and over and over again, and it'll end up with just me below my stack.
Well, that'll be worth a stream then.
Maybe. Rocket League, I played some Rocket League this week as well. Played it last night, leading up to the live stream for Killing Floor.
Yeah, I just keep dogging the boys, don't I? I keep getting messages from, you want to play Rocket League, Red?
Yeah, what's going on,
Insert some crickets. You want to know the legit reason?
Come on.
I broke my phone charger. I got a 1.5 meter cable, or two of them actually, in the mail. So we've got the communal phone charger, and as you'd know, running Facebook and friends, and it just drains the fuck out of your battery. And I haven't got a tablet as yet. We're saving up for one of those. So if I'm going to stream that night, I make sure I've got 100% battery on my phone in case I need to do anything and run anything from it. So the phone's actually been out in the kitchen for the last 4 or 5 nights.
Let me let you in on a little tip, Red. You've got a PlayStation 4?
Don't even tell me. It can't. It doesn't do it anymore.
Hear me out.
It doesn't charge. Yeah, okay.
Hear me out. You're a PlayStation 4, and you're an Android user. Plug the PlayStation 4 cable for your controllers that you're charging with into your laptop.
The cord doesn't do it. I suppose I could always just have my laptop on, then I'd get notifications there as well. But know my internet situation. No, it maintains charge, does not charge up. No, I got this new phone fill thing with my phone. I don't know if it's my phone battery or what. So I'm getting a new phone in August. I'm going to get the new. I don't know whether I'm going to get the Xperia or the S8. So I'm going to stay Android-based OS just not to hijack your games talk. But it maintains charge, but doesn't add to it, if you know what I mean. So it's got to go out on the proper charge. It goes on cruise charger to get charged. No, I'm 100% with you. I used to do it. I used to do it through my PlayStation. I used to do it through my Xbox, and then I used to do it through my laptop. But now it doesn't charge. It only maintains its current charge. So I'm with you. No, absolutely. I literally haven't been dogging you. I haven't been dogging the boys or whatever. That's a new saying getting around Facebook. I don't know. Dogging the boys.
Anyway, Rocket League, mate, having blinders.
That's good, isn't it?
I've been playing ranked 2v2, and not last night, the night before, I played one game, and the overtime went for like another game's length. It was like 5 minutes. Yeah. It was so evenly matched. It was crazy good, and I scored the winning goal. Brilliant, won it. Loved it. Last night I played a few more games, won every single one. Mind you, we weren't smashing them. It was probably by one goal every now and then. I did save one of my replays where I scored the game-winning goal with 2 seconds left.
That's a go.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a game that keeps giving, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I had a good run. I haven't lost the game this week. So
here's a tip for you. Well, hit up Brendan Brown. He's not a scrub.
Yeah, righto.
He's got some skills. But yeah, you're probably like me now. You can't go back from ranked.
No, I like the ranked because I like the idea that I'm actually climbing kind of like a leaderboard, like with the medals.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I'm
and
silver ranked now.
I think your car goes from 100cc to 150cc.
Oh, is it faster?
Oh, I think so. I don't know. It could be placebo. Based on that analogy right there, I got called a real gamer this week.
Okay.
I went round to a mate's house to play some guitar and put down some just some basic 4/4 tracks onto the phone. And he goes, "Oh, I got to wear you, rah rah." And I went, "Oh, fuck, okay, yeah, no worries." Never played one really, other than the small amount of time I've spent with the Nintendo consoles at your house. He goes, "Oh, okay, oh, here you go, have a go at Mario Kart." And I'm like, while I set up, I went, "Oh, okay." And then I went straight to 150cc, and he goes, "A real gamer will always go straight to 150cc." I went, "Thanks, man." done the old man nod, and then got fucking blown up at the line 2 or 3 times. I fucking hate Mario Kart. I love to hate it.
Beautiful game, but all right.
Hijacking your game talk over and over again.
It's not my game talk. It's our game talk. It's all good.
Oh yes, your allocated section.
The Surge, just getting a little bit further every single time. Last week you told me to go and get that shield, the shield drone.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, how wicked is it?
You know where it was?
Oh, I can't remember, not for the life of me.
Underneath the stairs in that section where you come out and you hook a right and there's a guy that runs at you immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the level is or whatever, but yeah,
No,
just
where
under,
you're at, yeah.
And there's like like to the right, there's like a downstairs section where it's only like a little shallow 3 steps.
Yeah.
It's underneath those steps.
Yeah, how nifty is it?
Yeah, and remember how you asked me, oh, don't you just press up on the D-pad to change?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now it does, because I've got...
because you've got multiples. Yeah.
I don't think it's an actual drone. I think it's just an upgrade to the one I've got, to the melee one.
Okay, yeah, you can, because when you finish a combo off and stuff, you can go through and save charges on each of them as well, which is really cool.
Yeah. So I've gotten a little bit further of those enemies where you've got to overcharge them or whatever. I've killed a few of them now. Not really sure where and what to do now.
You are very close to the finish.
Oh, really? See, there's a part where behind one of the overcharge guys where I can go into this next area, but there's like nothing there. You go up all the way up to the end, and there's like a drop. But then there's like a weird wall.
You know the tip?
Floating. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a panel up there somewhere. I can't exactly tell you where. There's a panel, and you'll bring your your home base up with you, because your med bay is on an elevator. You'll bring it up to that. Yeah, you'll bring it up to your level.
Okay, I just probably missed it. Okay, thanks for that tip.
So die, man. I ran around for 2 hours, and then Weeksy goes, "Oh, I got these overcharge guys. Oh, I got this. Oh, I'm going to bring my med bay up," and I'm like, "Fuck you, Zach."
But you know what I did? I actually cheesed the game a bit to give myself like a respawn point that wasn't all the way back at the med bay, because when you go past that overcharge monster dude and go into that new area where there's nothing, the game loads.
It loads. Yeah.
So I just jumped off the edge, respawned at the same place, go and collect all my tech scrap, and I've got full health and full injectables again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Whatever it takes, mate. Yeah. Whatever it takes when you're in the last area. It's spoiler alert.
Very good. No, that's good to know. That will spur me on. Yeah, that's right. No, awesome. So yeah, getting a little bit further every time, and now I've got another little hint which will kick me off in the right direction. I'll go and try it again.
And another little one that's not obvious. Sometimes you've got to go down to go up.
Okay.
It'll make sense. Sometimes you got to go down to go up.
All right, I think I know where you're getting at that one. I'll try it.
Yep. Good.
Now moving on. Get even. I tried get even.
Yeah, hit me with it.
What do you want to know first?
Is it? Oh, yeah. Wow. Is it more atmospheric than jump scares?
Yes.
Wicked. I'll play it then.
it's like it's a mix between a lot of games, really. There's not that there's a lot too similar. It gives me the feeling of the movie Saw.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, it gives me that kind of vibe, because essentially there's what you find out is like a hub world where you start off, well, not where you start off immediately, but it eventually drops you into this world, which I found out was a hub, and you're wearing this thing on your head. It's a first-person style game, and you're wearing this thing on your head, which is kind of like a portable Animus, where it will tap into your memories, and you can go through and play through your memories like Assassin's Creed, except you're a first-person shooter, right? And like in Assassin's Creed, you've got, if you kill people, it can alter what's happened and can change other people's perception of you and all that sort of stuff. It can actually change what has occurred. And so you go and you look at these specific images in the hub world. The best way to describe it is like, remember Super Mario 64, how you go up to the paintings and jump through?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one you just go up to the picture on the wall, stare at it, press the button, and it's sort of the animus on your head, for lack of a better name. I can't remember what it's called. Switches on, and you become inside your memories.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go through.
So like a glorified level select.
That's right, yeah. And you go through this hub world, but the hub world's kind of like a level in itself because things occur in the hub. And to get further through in this hub world, there's puzzles and things for you to work out, key codes to open doors, to go through. There are people there there are enemies there as well in the hub world, which is pretty cool. And like the general idea where it started off is that you were hired to basically bring down this company who was creating the corner gun, which I have seen in real life before. Basically, it's a gun that you can point around the corner. It's got a camera on it, and you can shoot around corners.
Mm-hmm.
And you have gone in, stolen the prototype, and wiped all their records, basically bankrupting them, blah, blah, blah. And there's a girl at the beginning, a bomb, and not much else is really known. And it's all sort of confusing. And I'm guessing that as you progress through the game, it's going to start to unlock. So you like the actual story behind what happened with the girl, why you're where you are, and everything that's happening. But yeah, it's a little bit confusing at the moment. Before I continue on it, did you have any questions?
Fluent? Being a first-person game, is it like a solid frame rate?
Nah.
Oh, no, really? I thought it was going to fall into that category.
Yeah, that's probably
It's unpolished.
Oh, yeah. I'm a frames snob, as you know.
Well, I'm not, but I think that certain games and certain perspectives, i.e. first-person anything, needs to be fluent, or that's immersion breaking straight away, because you're trying to look through the eyes of your own eyes.
There's no option. I'm playing it on the Pro, but there was no option like in the Surge to play it at 1080 60 or 4K 30. There was no option like that. But the way it's playing, I think at best it's close to 30 frames a second. But in some of the sequences where there's a few enemies to shoot, it run like shit. Sad to say. The graphics are beautiful. It looks like a real nice game. Should be for 40-odd gig download. But it doesn't run anywhere near as good as it looks like it should, which is a shame.
See, you just said there, 40-gig game and it chugs. We're just talking about the Surge. You can play it in 4K if that's desired. And yes, granted at a slower frame rate, or you can play it at a perfect 60.
Yeah, at 1080.
And 6 gig.
Yeah, tiny. I don't understand that. I mean, the graphics are a lot different. I think the lighting is probably a little bit more intense in Get Even. It's a little bit more realistic. But in saying that, it should run. It should run a lot better than it does. It's just probably the biggest disappointment to it. Hopefully, there's some patches.
Well, both developers are aren't bulging AAA max budget developers either, so you can't use budget as an excuse either. I think they might have just tried a bit too hard. But that's the thing, you say we just compared download sizes or file sizes, if you will. So even though it's massive and bigger, it doesn't seem like a simple download hot fix patch will fix it. Sometimes these unfortunately just ingrained in the games. Just never be sussed. I know this is too early to judge. I've not seen anything. I know I'm speculating a lot, but I know when you say something, I know exactly what you mean. We've been cross-sectioning games for years together now. So when you say she's fucking chuggy and stuff, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it'd be noticeable to me. And if it's noticeable to me, it's noticeable to everyone.
Like, I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but the combat sequences where there are people to kill, it didn't feel fun, because it was like, oh, I can't play like this. It was just
it'll never peak at an 8, 9, or a 10 out of 10 with those immersion breaking sequences.
No, but the story's intriguing. I want to keep playing it to learn more about it, and we'll see how we go. But yeah, it's
yeah. But Tetris' story was intriguing. It was just chuggy.
Fair enough. All right, we'll move on to. There's one that I've missed off this list. Yes, there is. I'll mention Diablo 3.
Oh,
I do not have it on my list.
Noise now.
Bring! Yes, I platinumed Diablo 3 through the week with Nick Edwards. Thank you very much, Nick, for helping me out with that. We basically helped each other out, as well as Chris, Blind Pig. He did a good job as well. We punched out the 500 bounties together, and we did the level 70 hardcore character and all the hardcore trophies as well together. And it was about 3-4 o'clock in the morning when we fought. We were adamant that we were getting the platinum that night or that morning. So the last Saturday we got the platinum for it. So it's been a long time coming. I've been threatening to do it for ages. Finally pushed the buttons.
Oh, very big congratulations to your animals. I jumped into the chat party about 2 o'clock, played about an hour of Skyrim alongside you.
Yeah.
And I jumped in at about 10 o'clock that night. What are you doing? Still Diablo.
Yeah.
I'd lived half a day's worth of life. And you were smashing Diablo. You were by the fact you said you were adamant that you were getting it that in that 24-hour period. Yeah, you did. I'll give you that. That's a lot of metal.
And then there was about 4 days worth of Diablo 3 being at 100%.
Oh, because there's new trophies now.
Because there's new trophies now, so it's dropped back down.
Are you getting it? The DLC?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we got it today.
Yeah.
Because as you said, you got that thing set up with Reprimir. Reprimir's got a sugar daddy. I've got a sugar daddy too.
Well, yes, of course. Nice. We'll discuss it later, I guess. Lastly, Killing Floor 2. I hadn't played it yet. It's this month's PlayStation Plus game.
Yep.
And I downloaded it, hadn't played it, but I was talking to Snoogans yesterday, and we're like, what can we stream tonight? We should do something. We've got to do something multiplayer. It's usually where the fun is at. And Snoogan says, let's do Killing Floor 2. And I said, okay, yeah, I haven't tried that yet. So we organised it, put a post on the page for whoever wanted to join us. Nick popped up. Nick Edwards joined us. We also had Starry and Vader rock up as well. They are legends. They are good fun to play games with. So that was really good fun. And we had... am I missing anyone? Oh, no, I'm the fifth person. I was going to say, didn't we have 5 people? But I obviously haven't written myself down. So we played that for a few hours last night, live streaming, and had a really good time. That's not a bad game. You said it was a bit hollow or a bit lacking or something?
Yep. Do you want me to justify that for you now?
Please do.
2 bosses.
Oh, is that all there is?
Yeah, 5 enemy types.
Oh, okay, because I couldn't beat Hans Gruber. We couldn't beat him. Oh, he smashed us.
The dude throws a grenade. Shoot him from behind. Jesus.
The guy from Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, shoot him from behind.
Okay, but we did verse the other guy, the other boss, and we killed him.
Terminator. Oh, yeah, the Terminator-looking dude with the minigun and the...
Yeah, we smashed him last night.
There's 2 bosses and there's 5 enemy types, but you look at it, you got so many different classes to pick from and level up. You've got so many different weapons to pick from that are you can use every weapon with one class, but you only get the class benefits for your class type weapons.
Yes.
The multiplayer is just the PvP is kind of just poo. It's lacking. Like it needs a game mode instead of just being Zeds versus humans, if you know what I mean. There's so much there. It works really nicely. There's no frame drops. There's a lot going on. It's fucking action packed. The soundtrack is amazing. The soundtrack, I like how the soundtrack accommodates for solo play and multiplayer. You know how when you're playing multiplayer, it's just a fucking nice metal riffs and heavy tunes behind it. If you're playing solo, you can turn the lyrics on.
I did see that setting. Yeah.
Know what I mean? That's fucking sick. Who thinks of that? Like, there's so much here that is so cool. And then there's a part in the trophy section they go post-launch content. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's going to give more. No, it really doesn't. It just gives you 4 extra maps where you do the same thing, try and get 10 collectibles, and
But the good thing is, though, the things that I noticed that were good, like you've mentioned, lots of weapons, lots of classes, good stuff. And lots of levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really
definitely
cool.
Lots of stuff there to do, but I'd like to think that it's just a base and they can add to it, but I doubt it. I don't think it will. I think it's being ported across from PC, and I'm not sure how long it's been since it's been touched on PC. Probably Reprimir would know if he's listening to this, but I just felt like there was just this platform for so much more. And we played it flat out for probably 12 hours, 15 hours over 2.5 sessions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You've done it all.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, the incentive to try and get a couple of characters to level 25 and stuff like that is just... It turns grindy, if you know what I mean. So that's why I thought it was just a little bit high. It's got everything there. It's got great performance, great soundtrack, great gameplay, great connectivity for a smaller known development mob. The servers are just fine. You know, the characters, their own individual bloody conversations they have with each other. The fact if you're fully loaded, every different weapon's got a different, like, swishy motion. You know, you press square and you got your dual guns and you swing them around and check your clip, and there's just so much there, and it just feels like it's just missing that body of playable content, if you know what I mean. There's so much right with the 1%. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, great game, but it's short-lived, unfortunately.
All right, well, that's the end of my video game discussion. So if you're happy to, how about we move into this week's video game news?
Okay. I got a rant in here. How cool is that?
All right, first up in video game news, Red Victorian... No, my bad.
Whoa!
Rugby League. What's that about?
Whoa!
What's that about, Superman?
I know, even Superman watches his undies once.
Red, tell us about Rugby League Live 4 release info.
Okay, well, I thought we should cover this considering we're Australian and everything, and I know there's a lot of people interested in it. So it got a Rugby League Live 4. Jesus, that's a mouthful if you don't really can think about it. It got a release date this week, and it's really soon.
Yeah,
really
I know.
soon. So it's exactly 1 month from today's recording. So today being the 28th, it'll be out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox from True Blue, from publisher True Blue, and from Red Ant. Unfortunately, not on PC. So the 28th of July next month. So that's kind of redundant. 28th of next month, being July, Rugby League 4 is going to hit consoles. And if it's anything to go by 1, 2, and 3, and AFL's recent release, it's gonna be shit. But we love it. We love it. AFL's got that many holes. I've actually left 2 Facebook pages, like communities, because of people constantly rubbishing the game. It is what it is. If you want to take your favourite player and you want to get him on the outside and he runs down the fucking wing and scores a try and you're like, I fucking love Jonathan Thurston, you know, you're going to be able to do it here.
But see,
you're going to be able to do it on Rugby League Live.
The previous Rugby League Live games, they looked about as good as they actually were. This one, the trailers I've seen, they actually look quite impressive, man. Like sidestepping, rolling out of tackles. Like some of the animations look pretty damn good.
No, I concur. As long as it doesn't end up like every other sport, not every other sport game. They're getting pretty savvy these days because you know I love my sports games and I'm pretty hard on them. You used to be able to back in the day, like your Jonah Lomus and your early rugby league games, NFL games. You could break down the makeup of it, if you know what I mean. You know, you could beat the system, you could beat the game, you can beat the developer. You know, if I do this now, say you shimmy or you step, it's going to work 100% of the time.
Yeah.
You know, if I use this character and I do the fend off, the don't argue, this is going to work 100% of the time. It's when games can bring stamina into it, the different attributes at different levels. Like AFL really broke down the attributes to the finest detail, where finesse is actually something you can upgrade. So your ability to spin out of the tackle is now a roll of a virtual dice. If they can implement a few of these, I'm not expecting it on the levels of 2Ks and the EAs, but if there's a few variables in there, wet weather football, should affect your speed. It should affect your ability to step out of a tackle because it's slippery underfoot. If you can get a few of those little variables in there, it's going to be fucking completely fine. It's going to be perfect. And lovers of the game, lovers of the rugby league NRL competition will love it regardless. The people are going to whinge and bitch about it, but yeah, I think a really quick release date was a smart thing to do because it falls into the same category as AFL. You're not going to get 100,000 people go pre-order this. No. You know what I mean? So a quick release date is a good thing. So we can go, oh, fuck yeah, 4 weeks away. No worries, $25 a week, let's save up, bang, because you're not going to get it for under $100. This I'll guarantee you.
No, it'll be, yeah, $100.
$100. I pay $100 for Don Bradman cricket because that's a niche sport as opposed to your soccers and your basketballs. I pay $100 for AFL, and if I was any bigger into this sport, I'd pay $100 for this too. But barring any miracles, I probably won't be playing it until it's a little bit cheaper on a store sale or something. Yeah.
All right. Well, next up in the news, Red, Modern Warfare Remaster Standalone.
Yeah, because as we've reported 100 times in every other fucking news outlet that there's dabbled in games, standalone, you've got to get fucking Infinite Warfare because there's never going to be a standalone Modern Warfare Remaster. Yeah. Jog on, motherfuckers. Available today on PS4 and an estimated release date for Xbox One of November 4. I have no idea. Is the standalone for Modern Warfare Remastered. Activision and Infinity Ward's probably best series within a series, if you know what I mean. The Modern Warfare series is the most successful and popular series. Granted, its characters are fucking awesome, cigar-wielding, bearded macho men motherfuckers with a double cross at the end of every game. So let's say it's really, really good. I still don't think you should be paying $80 for this remaster.
Is that how much it is?
$80, mate.
Yeah, no.
All right, you want to know the kicker?
Go for it.
There's a one-off DLC pack for multiplayer maps.
Oh, fuck off.
You don't even get all the multiplayer maps. You get 16 to start off with, and there's 4 more for $15 US, which will translate to our normal COD map pack of $22.95, I would assume.
Yeah, no, fuck off. I bought the maps back on the Xbox 360.
$100.
Fucking kidding yourself.
That's fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm done. We all knew they were bullshitting. It was always going to come out. And I think it's later than... I reckon that they should have had like a 3-month, and just said it from the start. We're going to 3 months for the first 3 months of bloody Modern Warfare. It's required.
And everybody
that Infinite Warfare.
Anybody that buys Infinite Warfare gets it early.
Exactly, and should get the free maps, something like that. But the business structure and their release structure for this title is, is fucked. So, and for some reason, PS4, it's available today on PS4 and not on any other platform for months. So there's another exclusivity thing that I really fucking hate. I hate exclusive deals. I've got the best of both worlds, mate, as you do. Got the box, got the 4. So I'm not doing it. I'm not pissing, moaning and whinging because I can't have the latest DLCs, Alaminute to the minute. I just think people shouldn't be left out. There should none of it. It's not exclusive.
Not with cross-platform games.
It's exclusion, not exclusive.
Yeah, not with cross-platform games.
Nope.
Shouldn't happen.
Nope.
Yeah, I agree.
Nope.
All right, well, that sucks, dick. So let's move on to EA's ambitious hopes for Anthem.
So let me know. Just stop me when you've heard this story before. So EA has a hope, has a dream that Anthem, the upcoming title, to be released spring next year. So pretty late next year. It looks really good. It was my E3 predictor. You know, it's from BioWare, of course. It's been in production for 4 years. They want to give it the 5th just to polish it off. They really envision a 10-year lifespan.
Stop. Destiny match?
So, 2019, Anthem 2.
Yeah, that's it. No,
I'm predicting it now.
It's not going to have a 10-year lifespan. No way.
No, it's going to have Anthem, full stop, is going to have a 3-year lifespan max with about 6 expansions.
Yeah, 3 to 4 years max, but probably more likely 3.
Yeah, so there we go. You go on to stay here instead. No, where is it? He's pretty confident about it all, this old Patrick Sutherland, the EA vice president. He said it's the game we've been working on now for almost 4 years, and it's a game that we see once launched next year will last maybe a 10-year journey for us. This is quote. It's important game for BioWare, and it's an important game for EA as a company because, yeah, one title that we can charge you 3 years for.
Well, unless they're talking about Anthem
sequels,
as a whole.
like series.
Yeah, so 10 years with Anthem and Anthem 2, maybe. Mm-hmm. Anthem 3.
Anthem Judgment.
Okay, so there you go. There's that is ambitious hopes because we did see the same thing occur with Bungie and Destiny.
We did, didn't we not?
And that was the first time anyone had made that kind of claim that I know of. And I was like, oh, wow, they're really going to have this game running for 10 years with just expansions and upgrades and all that sort of stuff? No, they're not, because Destiny 2's coming.
Yeah. The only one that successfully done that, there's a couple on its heels, but it would be World of Warcraft.
Yeah, well, World of Warcraft's been going forever.
But that's a proper MMO, where Destiny wasn't.
But Diablo's going well too, Diablo 3.
Oh, just remastering Diablo 2 is something I'd buy.
Yeah, well, that's high on the cards, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they're going to put Diablo 1 in Diablo 3's engine and give it to us.
Oh, geez, I'll give it to them.
The butcher. Jeebus.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Lovely. All right, well, that rounds up this week's news, Red, so let's move into user-created content.
Oh, yes.
All right, so first up in user-created content, we've got one from Kyle Kazza-Williams. Thoughts on remakes / reboots, such as Crash Bandicoot. What do you reckon, Red?
Mm-hmm. Such as Crash Bandicoot, as a remaster, that is the perfect script that is built from the ground up. If you're going same as Ratchet and Clank.
That'd be like a remake, reboot, yeah.
I consider the reboot being your latest Tomb Raider. Yeah, well, your Tomb Raider series, that's a reboot. But the remake in the we're really touching on fine ground here, aren't we?
Yeah, no, you're right. Remake as opposed to a remaster.
Yeah, the remake, ground up construction, perfect. The remasters don't think that really are flattering. Games like God of War. That didn't translate very well because, yes, just bits and pieces looked really nice, but there was still a lot of 2D graphics. The Ezio collection as a remaster went pretty cool. Went all right, but you could tell it's called the Ezio collection because Ezio was fantastic. Everyone else was just fucking munted. Look, I've played a lot of remasters, and I'm really racking my brain. I've just installed Batman. Batman looks good. Have not played it yet as far as a remaster goes. But yeah, no, the remakes, i.e. Ratchet and Clank and the latest one, what would you say? It's out on Friday. Insane. Crash Bandicoot,
yep.
They are perfect. That is what we need to put more time and money and support behind. Like you got what was that other one with War and Darksiders?
Darksiders.
That was a remaster. Dark Souls 2 was a remaster. these things have just been polished up a little bit and churned out for just a little bit too much coin, I believe. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance was a remaster that I've also got. That's really, really good, but we just really need... to answer the question perfectly, reboots I love because today's engines, yesterday's stories, that's fine. It's a new game. Remakes, so that's a game that we've played before. We recognize bits and pieces of Ratchet and Clank with new stuff chucked in there. The Insane Trilogies, we're going to recognize a lot of the levels, but we've got new playable characters and everything's built from the ground up. They deserve to be there. Remasters is the one I think we need to be just a little bit careful of, because remasters also would cover ports from the PC. We need to be careful with those. I think there's a definite place for reboots and remakes, but remasters are getting a little bit long in the tooth. There's a lot of them.
I think that a remaster should always be a precursor to a new game. So if they're going to bring out a remaster, give it as a pre-order incentive. Okay, so we're going to bring out LA Noire
Dark
2.
Side 3. Yeah. Oh, LA Noire. Yeah.
LA Noire 3. Pre-order now and play LA Noire Remastered now.
Yep.
Because that way you can catch up on what happened if you haven't played it yet.
Yep.
And you're getting something for free to pre-order, which is decent. Worth about 30, 40 bucks, yeah. But yeah, as for just remastering stuff and flogging them off without actually making more in that world, if it's good enough to remaster and re-release because people loved it, then it's good enough to give them a new fucking game.
Yeah, like you can almost argue that they remastered that war game to help fund this latest one, and that's a lie. They don't need to. It's a first-party game, and there's more money flowing out of the coffers at Sony than anywhere else. And it was. I'm not even sure if that was the best God of War in the series, and it's hard to say. All right, we're going to remaster this game, but it's game 3 in a 6-game series. I don't understand that either. You know, what you could do a trilogy. You know, it's basically a facelift.
But the thing is, it was the out of the newer games, so God of War 3 and God of War Ascension, God of War 3 was better and was the newest without going back to the older ones, which they would have had to do too much work to.
Fair call.
So yeah, and it was better than Ascension. So that's what I think anyway. So there you go. That's our thoughts on that. We've got one from Snoogs. He goes, a view on the Xbox versus PlayStation debate. He says, you've said many times, he's referring to me, that the 360 won last generation, being you were both on different sides, so us, you and me, Red. Did you feel the other was doing more than you had in front of you? For Snoogs, he says, I thought the PS3 had better titles, but that's because it was all I saw. And how does that translate to this generation? Do you think Xbox only fans feel like they have been left behind? So, just to simplify it up a bit, do you feel that Xbox, you were missing out by being PlayStation only last gen?
No, it's because it's all I knew.
Because it's all you knew, right? Okay, that's
it was
fair.
a lot less accessible in last generation, and I never had the affiliation with you guys where it opened a lot of doors.
So you were happy with the games and the generation?
Mate, I only played 2 games, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, that's right. You were back in your Black Ops days.
Too.
But yeah, see, look, for me, I had both of them. So I had both because there were exclusives on the PS3 that I just had to play, like Uncharted. But I didn't touch the console for anything cross-platform. If it was on both, I always got it on the 360. But it wasn't because all my friends were on the 360, because I didn't really play much online stuff back then. And, you know, people that I did play with or whatever had both anyway, like Reprimie. So I could have played on both. But the biggest winner was just the Xbox 360 was just a better environment. It had chat parties. PlayStation 3 didn't have chat parties.
No, hence why we only played Black Ops, because that was our social meeting area in the lobby.
It had the voice, the in-game voice chat. That's right. And it ran better. It was just a better all-round thing. Although the PS3 was better because if it was a game that was too big for a DVD, it was only on one Blu-ray, whereas the Xbox version had 2-3 discs sometimes with games. That was annoying, but it was worth it for the experience I had on the Xbox.
You didn't need PS Plus to play online either.
Oh no, you didn't with the PlayStation. That's correct. It was all free online, which was a big thing. But I was always happy to pay for Xbox Live because my experience with playing PlayStation games online was a disaster. The amount of times where I tried to play Call of Duty online with guys from work, and it just wouldn't connect. I could play a game with randoms in the world, but I couldn't party up.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I never went there. But there you go. It is really dependent on where you were sitting, on whether or not a generation wins. So,
I used to be a fanboy, and you know, and I probably used to be a bit of an asshole just for the sake of a laugh. I still am, because I like the laugh. I've not lost that aspect of my sense of humour. But it's the Xbox fanboys who say they're not fanboys that do the most fanboy things this generation because they're so used to being highly dominant in the last generation. They're the worst. I hate Xbox fanboys.
Yeah.
Because they'll say, well, I'm a real gamer. I love games. I diversify. But how fucking shit is the PS4 operating system? And the PS4 network's fucking shit. And your PS Plus games are so poo. And it's like, yeah, if they both consoles sold 40 million consoles each, you'd see more exclusive. Let's face it, there are no games on Xbox. I say we say no games. Obviously, there are games, but there's nothing in the realms of what's on PlayStation. You were doing what you done last generation, but switched it around. You played Uncharted series. You played Naughty Dog on the PlayStation, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you're only playing Microsoft Studios on the Xbox. Maybe. You know what I mean? You're only doing Gears and Halo.
Yeah, pretty much, man. But, it all depends on where you're sitting. But with that fanboy thing, fanboys just shit me. I don't care what fanboy. Fanboys shit me.
Yeah.
Somebody that dislikes something else...
better, though.
Somebody that their only reasoning for disliking something else is because they like something else. So it's got nothing to do.
I love it. I can give you facts and solid facts as to why PlayStation's better in this generation.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoys me. That there's no fact behind it. It's just, this is mine, yours is shit.
Yep.
No reasoning behind it. That's what annoys me. I like good heated discussions where there's good factual things getting thrown back and forward. That's called a debate, and trying to put your point forward. But
I've been invited to a fucking fanboy debate. I'm really looking forward to it.
But just because is not an answer.
No.
And sometimes without saying just because, that's what people are saying. But anyway,
you can't answer the question without a very opinionated response.
That's it. All right, thanks, Nukes, for that. Martin Creamer said, so I've started playing Get Even, and I've noticed the sound work put into the game. That is a very good point. Get Even has brilliant sound. Sounds and music. Beg your pardon? 38 gigs worth, that's right. Sounds and music in games was never something I noticed in the past, but with age I'm noticing it more and more. Is there any aspect of gaming where you were noticing noticing more with age? What do you reckon?
Yes, absolutely.
What's that?
A lot of soundtrack work I notice now, and the implementation and correct use of soundtracks and everything I notice a lot more. I guess the biggest shining light in this generation when it comes to audio and recording and placement was the debacle with old mate from the Beatles and McCartney and Activision and Bungie. Because of that really drew a lot of bits and pieces into the limelight of the spotlight that we wouldn't have seen, like what it actually costs a developer to put a high-end song on a thing, and it kind of justifies all the YouTube restrictions and everything like that. But in age, yes, I would not have loved the soundtrack from Mafia 3 if I wasn't as old as I am today. Doom done it very well. We just touched only on today. Killing Floor 2 does it very well. And then you go to the games like The Surge. You know, The Surge is an anarchist type game or narrative, and it's this constant peril. But you always walk into that med bay, and it's got that song on. It's got the one song, the one soundtrack, the one audio file for the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, I love that song. It's just so refreshing to walk in there, to refuel and get your injectables, and you can just soothe out to this song. You know, you cannot miss what you've never seen before. You know, it's really cool. So, do I notice more with age? Yes. Does it help the fact that I listen to music all the time and I play guitars and I love my metal? Yes. But it is something I took for granted a long time ago now and really appreciate.
Well said. For me, I'd have to say storyline. For a long time now, I used to play games and just play it for the gameplay. But the storylines are really getting to me these days. I'm really intrigued by a real strong story, whether it be implied or actual played out in front of you. That's something I really do appreciate these days, is a good, strong story. To the point where I'll play games often just for the story. Coming up, that Life is Strange, I don't really want to play that game. But I've heard so many people say that after the third chapter it gets good, or at least intriguing. So even Nick, who was bagging it out, Nick Edwards bagging it out, saying, I don't want to play this, but I just want the platinum, he said that it does, it gets good. So
but he's a bit of a shit bloke.
Yeah, he's a bit of a cock. I love cock. That's going to be a sound grab. Right, let's move on quickly. Sengiz Erdogan. Sorry, man, I can't say that properly. I apologise. MMORPGs are dying. What about co-ops? Do you reckon MMORPGs are dying? I don't.
Well, they're not growing.
Well, in numbers they probably are.
Oh, the availability of them. Fuck yes, absolutely.
They are a dime a dozen, but...
They are a dime a dozen, absolutely. How many do you see pop up that never make it out of alpha stage or beta or early access, you know what I mean? And even like your Ark Survival and stuff like that, they're getting ports to consoles unfinished.
Yeah.
You played, Conan twice?
Yeah. That game was broken, but the controls did my head in.
But that's what I mean, released too early. So dime a dozen. You played that really good looking one where you're on an island and you had the treasure map and stuff like that you streamed ages and ages ago. Yeah. I've not heard anything else from you about that either, because there's just so many of them. Unknown Battleground, you know. There's too many of them. Like your true MMOs, you like your WoWs, yeah, ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy, Realm Reborn, and then you've got a handful of free-to-plays on the console that are also available on the PC. Are they dying? Yes. The strong ones will survive the test of time. We've touched on that already. But I know personally, I look for co-op now as opposed to MMO. I'd prefer to play with those that I choose to play with instead of 100 people running around fucking up my frame rate.
Yeah, I agree. Co-op's the way to go. Hopefully the co-op abilities are leached more into games that are coming out over the next year, because it's where it's at. We couldn't really do it too much in the last generation, but it's really opened up with people getting faster internet speeds and it's
also a lot easier to connect 4 people than it is 104.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, so hopefully co-op starts to rise a little bit more. But we've got games like Agents of Mayhem coming, and a few other different ones which look like they're going to be a bit of fun. So
co-op needs to stay in its niche as well, and people need to stick to what they're good at and not try and integrate co-op for the fact of trying to get a flash in this new wave. It's got sex appeal now. So like Black Ops 3 didn't do it very well.
No.
Far Cry had a go, didn't do it very well. But then you turn around and you've got games that are solely based on it, like your Ghost Recons. They done it really well. Games like Destiny and Division aren't MMOs, so that's why they don't come into the conversation. They're loot and shoot, co-op games, you know.
But they are MMOs though.
But they're not.
Why not?
Because even the Dark Zone, that massive area in the Dark Zone's capped, heavily capped. You will not get anywhere in the vicinity of 50 people in there, if you know what I mean.
Well, no, but how many people do you get in there?
I reckon 30.
That's an MMO, man.
Whoa. I don't see the massive part.
Oh, massive compared to playing it on your own. I think it does meet MMO. Destiny and Division are MMOs. They're obviously not your big 50 player areas like in WoW or whatever, but I think it's definitely an MMO.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
We'll respectfully agree to disagree.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, my opinion.
That's the flavour you get here at Aussie Gamers Express.
That's it. Differing opinions, different areas. That's us.
We'd like to take a poll right now on the pinned post. Is Destiny and Division an MMO? Is one an MMO? Is neither an MMO? And let me just go on the record and saying one fucking community area like the Tower doesn't. It's not a fucking MMO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one we got, Paul David Clennett. What was the ultimate gaming moment in your life? He says obvious one for him was walking onto the floor at E3 and being hit by the sound. I've got to tell you, that is a goal of mine, and that will probably be one of mine once that actually occurs. And he said gaming-wise, walking into an arcade in the 70s and wall-to-wall Space Invaders. Put me on the road of gaming. What's yours?
Yeah. Being a day one purchaser of the PlayStation 4, because I could never do that with the previous generation.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real highlight, being able to be a hallmark in a generation. And the thing that rates equal with that as a gaming highlight in my life was joining the admin team with you guys.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thanks, Red.
Oh, you know me, I don't suck up for the sake of making you hot and gushy. If I wanted to do that, I'd take my clothes off. But it expanded. It blew my mind. I went from fanboy with a very narrow opinion of everything, not openly outspoken. I'd still do shit out back then for laughs and everything like that. But even the gentleman posing the user curated content, I would not have met him. Would not have met a lot of important people in my life if it wasn't for Aussie Gamers Express. So that has to really rate up there as a gaming highlight moment in my life. So yeah, that's opened my eyes and opened my heart. So yeah, they're my two. Beat that, motherfucker.
No, I don't intend to.
Welcoming you onto Aussie Gamers Express. Oh mate, you make me all hot and gushy.
Quiet boy. All right. But going back for like the gaming moment, having my very first console being the Mega Drive, that was an amazing moment. I remember opening that thing up and just like, the black, the shape. I when I was in school, I would draw pictures of Mega Drives in the back of my book and stuff, not paying attention to class, which is why I suck at maths these days. But yeah, so owning a Mega Drive back in the day. I also had the Master System, but I don't know where that came from. I was probably too young and don't remember.
It's probably Steve's.
No, I don't think it was Steve's. Was the Atari. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, maybe we can find out next time I speak to Steve. I think moment-wise, or like in playing in a game. Look, first up would have been the experience that I had with Metal Gear Solid, the original one on the PS1. That game blew me away. But
sick, wasn't it?
It was sick with the massive enemies, the thought that came into it, like with Psycho Mantis moving your controller across the floor with the vibrations, reading your memory card, telling and making comments about how many times you saved the game and what other games you've played that have saves on that memory card. Then there was also things where to get the wolves to be friendly to you, I think you had to get the the friendly one to, or get one of them to piss on the cardboard box. So then you smelt like the urine, and then the rest of the dogs were nice to you. Then there was the key card. There were 3 key cards in the end, but as it turned out, there was only the one key card that changed shape with the temperatures that you were in. Stuff like that. It was just all bloody fourth wall breaking shit that normally didn't happen in video games. Amazing. Yeah. So that was
where the code's on the CD case, so you search the whole game for a CD case.
Yeah, so you had to look at the back of the case. The only thing is, when I first played it, I fucking rented it, and I didn't have the case. So, and there was...
I didn't get Hideo's fucking memo.
No, there was no Google. There was no Google then. I couldn't Google that. So I don't know how I worked it out. I think a mate of mine at school told it to me because he had the original game. But anyway, so yeah, they're 2 ultimate gaming moments in my life.
Nice.
Righto, that's it. That's it for user-created content, Red. It's time for What's That Sound. All right, Red, last week we had this one for What's That Sound. Let's have a listen. Anyway, you get the picture. I can't believe you didn't get that one, Red.
I couldn't really hear it that well. And
here we go, the excuses. Sorry.
Was he checking a locked door there or something at the start? I forget even what you said.
No, it was walking. That's just footsteps. It dragged on for a little bit, but that's Rainbow Six Siege. That was Sledge,
of course,
smashing the shit out of the walls. Red, you said Yakuza, which means I take the lead, 5-4. So it's still very close. You're going good, Red. So don't be disheartened.
Oh no, I'm not.
No, you'll come good. You'll be right. All right. So we had Nick Edwards got that right. Good on you, Nick.
Yeah, the best thing you ever done was punt him from the page.
I know, he's been fantastic since. All right, so are you ready for this week's What's That Sound from Rep Premiere?
More than.
The title is Whoop, there it is. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it or if Jason's on crack.
Probably not. No, it would have been when he's doing one of his streams with his fucking music going on.
Yeah, probably. All right, so listen.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Jeez, it was quiet. I even struggled to hear it.
Tell me about it, because like when your TV actually goes black, the new ones actually turn off.
Yeah.
The quieter that got, like I had 2-3 seconds at a time where it was just silence.
Oh, okay.
All I heard was the yeah. Oh yeah. That's all I heard.
I'll see if I can make it louder for you. Hang on.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
No, it keeps cutting me out.
He says, this all over the shop, you'll be one of them sooner or later.
Oh, okay. So, and he sounds like he's trudging through shit.
And... You know the voice sounds like Andy Serkis. I was thinking at first that it was going to be from Enslaved, just from that breathing at the beginning, but then when he actually spoke, I'm like, no. Far out, I don't know. I'm going to go with... Let's listen one more time.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
I know what it is. I think. Does he say these or beasts?
Let's have a listen again.
Sorry.
Beasts all over the shop.
I think he says this.
You'll be one of them, sooner or later. Beasts all over the shop. Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them.
This all over the shop? You'll be one.
I think I got to guess anyway.
Well, yeah, go ahead. See, I was going to say
beasts, because he fights those wolf dog things, and the at the start sounds very bloody, and is a lot more bloody. Than...
See, but that's the. It reminds me of. Is that his name? The guy
shit! The boss in the.
But I don't remember that line though. Unless that was in the intro part when he's introduced.
Oh, that'd be pre-boss fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first cutscene that you see him once and skip 12 times.
Well, look, I don't know. Happy to give that to you if that's correct, because I didn't have the balls enough to bring it up. I didn't think it was it, but after discussing it a bit, it might be.
Oh, I'm not sure a character. Fuck. I think the only one I really recognise from the fucking... And Beef Curtains, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, we'll find out. If any of you listening at home think you know what this week's What's That Sound is, be sure to send us a message, because stumped us, or we may be on the right track, I don't know. But if you're right, we'll send you a free game. Alright, Red, let's go into Remember When.
Well, yes, there's multiple whens and more do you remember, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay, so I've got a list of 1 to 10. Oh, wow, that worked. I was going to count to 10, but no, 1 to 10. Do you remember the 3DO gaming system?
Yeah, 3DO. What was that, Panasonic?
Yeah, it was. Fuck yeah, I like you already. Oh, wicked. Yeah. You're adding validity to my segment. Or the segment that I'm controlling. Yeah, it was year of release, 93. Stop production, 96. Best game on the system is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and the reason for downfall is speculated to be price software, and it was obsolete.
Yeah, they had a go. Good on you, Panasonic.
Yeah. Do you remember the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, Nintendo's VR that sort of, you kind of had to, it stood still, but you had to stick your head into it.
Yeah. Year of release, 95. Discontinued in 96.
They're rare, man. If you own one of them, you're sitting on a gold mine. And it was monochrome too. It was just red, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, red and black. And I think they went with the red because apparently it was less likely to make you sick.
Best game on the system,
Tennis.
Virtual Boy, Wario Land.
Oh, okay.
Reason for downfall, terrible graphics and setup.
Yeah, it was horrible. It had a little stand on it like a tripod.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Do you remember the console called the Pippin?
I do remember the Pippin. Oh, hang on. Let me think what the Pippin was. Oh, Apple's Pippin, wasn't it?
It was. Yes. Fuck. I didn't know half of these. they didn't have Black Ops 2 on them.
Yeah, that's right.
Year of release was 95, so we see a very heavy 90s injection, or people trying to jump on the train of Super Nintendo. That's why there's not a Pippin X.
That's right.
1995 discontinued in 97. The best game on the system, fucking, this is going to blow your hair back. This is the best game on the system. It was called Exotic Sushi.
Who's claiming these were the best games?
Most sales, the games, these,
okay.
the high sales. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Reason for downfall, these are opinion based by people in the biz.
Mhm.
Too slow, too expensive, and fuck all games.
Yep.
Well, they didn't say fuck all, so it's the Xbox One.
Yeah, well.
Did you ever hear of the Phantom? Do you remember the Phantom?
The Phantom, yes, I do remember the Phantom.
Because it was meant to be the competitor for which console?
Shit, I remember talking about it as a kid.
This is wicked.
The Phantom, because I remember saying, I want to get a Phantom.
You would have been an older kid, put it that way. There's your tip.
Oh, kid, yeah, younger.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay, so the Phantom was meant to be the 360 killer. It never went on sale. It was announced in 2002. It fell out of development in 2006. The best game on the system, none.
Yeah, none.
Reason for downfall, never released.
That'll do it. No, I think that was in like Hyper Magazine or something like that. I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, all those style stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here's one I knew. Go Red. Do you remember the Dreamcast?
Of course, yes.
Yes.
I've got one. It's not mine, but I have it in the room somewhere next to me.
I've seen that video a while ago, actually, yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine lent it to me to make a video.
So, year release in Japan, 98, in the US, 99. The new consoles were soon discontinued later in 2001. Refurbished consoles discontinued in 2006. So the best game on the system, would you care to have a crack?
Would it be...
Fuck, if you get this, I'm not going to like you.
I'm thinking it'd be some sort of fighter game, innit?
Nah, think cars.
Or Daytona.
Or a car.
A car.
It's not Uber.
Oh, Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, Crazy Taxi is the best-selling game on the system, and the reason for downfall is the company wanted to focus on software, which is... How'd that work out for you?
Probably should have thought of that before you made a fucking console.
Fucking console! You bastard! You beat me! You fucking prick. That was funny. Alright, rounding up the top five. Have you heard of, do you remember the N-Gage?
Yes, the Nokia, the mobile phone.
Oh, fuck, you're good at this game! Yes, it's a 2003 handheld console style by Nokia. It looks like a fucking phone and game system. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the thing is though, think of if you know what the N-Gage looks like, you're holding it in your hand like a controller. When you actually made a phone call though, you actually held it by the top of the console part up to your ear on the edge. It was the dumbest, most gumbiest looking phone in the world.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like you put think of when you're holding it, the bottom edge down the bottom is the phone part because it was a mobile phone gaming console. Yeah.
One of the first smartphones, though.
Yeah. Weird.
Year release was 2003. The console's functionalities moved to mobile gaming smartphones in 2007, and service was discontinued at the end of 2010. So it's relatively new. Best game on the system was Pocket Kingdom: Own the World, and it also featured a mobile MMO RPG called Dragonfall, based on Dragon Force.
It probably launched with that game.
Yeah. Reason for downfall: costly and a poor layout.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Okay, moving on. Do you remember the Philips CDI?
CDI.
I have a CDI.
I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So year of release 91, discontinued in 98. So I had a little bit of length. All right. Best game on the system was the Zelda Trio.
Ooh.
And the reason for downfall is price, not worth the value. Because it was priced at $700. Okay, do you remember the Laser Active?
No.
That's a fucking Mega Drive control if I've ever seen. You were released 93 and discontinued in 95. The best game on the system was Road Prosecutor, so you got this direct traffic and hand out speeding fines. And the reason for downfall: too many additional things to buy and utilised fail Laserdisc technology. Well,
yeah, I know of that one. I remember hearing there was
HD DVD.
Well, those Laserdiscs, they were like the size of a record, weren't they? A vinyl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. Yep. That's like trying to release shit on floppies when CD-ROMs were coming out. That's a little silly. People obviously forecasting shit not to work, because now you'd buy USBs and chips instead of discs. All right, moving on. Couple to go. Do you remember the Neo Geo? Well, if you don't remember it, you would have heard of it at least.
I do know the Neo Geo, yep.
Yeah, so that's obviously the base for every fighting game that's ever been in an arcade machine.
Yeah, they made their own console.
Yeah, so the console itself was released in 1990 and ceased production in 97, so it had a little bit of a shelf life. The best game on the system is called The King of Fighters. I still believe you can buy the Neo Geo version of that on this day on the PS3, maybe the PS4. I haven't checked up on that for a long time. The reason for downfall: price and changing tastes. So that's another one that probably struck a little bit too late. All right, last but not least, have you heard of the Gizmondo?
Gizmondo? No, I've not heard of the Gizmondo.
The Gizmondo? You were released 2005, so it was another one of those cracks at those smartphone.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. It looks like a fucking headrest.
Look at the buttons! Oh, press the X button. Which one's that? Oh, that's the Egyptian symbol for water.
The buttons I'm looking at look like play, stop, rewind, and fast forward.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So the best game on the system didn't have any.
Oh, there's a game on the Gizmondo called Sticky Balls.
That's when you fucking got a hole in your pocket, surely.
Pocket pull.
Yeah, and the reason for downfall was hubris and lack of interest.
Oh, hubris! Oh, I like that word.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of shit. Oh yeah, there's the one you're talking about, the wiggly lines.
Yeah, the Egyptian fucking hieroglyphs. Press
the Channel 9 logo now.
Press the go get the goats. Press the harvest season button now.
I'm gonna have to put some of these pictures on the thumbnail
on the clip. Yeah, there you go. So that's Red's Remember When.
That was a good one. That worked really well.
Thanks for playing along. You knew everything again.
Almost.
I'm like, oh, check out all these cool things I've never fucking heard of. Yeah, boring. You and Clennon are there going, oh, back in my day.
I got one.
Yeah, I know. Just they didn't have Black Ops 2, obviously, motherfuckers. Or I'd know something about it.
That's it. All right, Red. Thanks, man. That Remember When was fantastic. Let's now move on. Let's now slow it down a pace a little bit and move on to last words. Serenity now. Got any last words, Red?
Yeah, I seen on Aussie Express about the games with gold. If you'd like to take the spotlight on that one.
Oh, the games with gold that are out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were put up thanks to Snoogan. Let me scroll to it and I'll run through them. Do you think they're any good?
Pooh.
Grow Up, which is the sequel to Grow Home. Runbow.
Yeah.
The Xbox 360, Kane and Lynch 2. And Lego Pirates.
Game.
No, I've heard it's terrible. And Pirates of the Caribbean. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. They're not great. They're not going to make you go and get a subscription.
I'd fucking get a subscription for the Japanese games with fucking PS Plus titles.
Yeah, they look alright.
It's some anniversary. Is it 7 years or so? I don't know. You guys, I didn't even post it. Here we go. I found your post. Yeah, they celebrate. Yeah, happy 7th anniversary of something. I don't know whether it's PS Plus in Japan or what, but fucking 2 AAAs and a fucking award-winning indie.
Well, I don't think the PS Plus games usually vary, so it's probably safe to say that we should get Killzone, Shadowfall, Gravity Rush, and Child of Light. Child of Light I've wanted to play for a while, but never grabbed it.
Yeah, I always knew it'd be a Plus title eventually, so even when it went on special, I kind of went, you know, maybe not. I heard great things about it, though, don't get me wrong. It's a turn-based RPG.
Oh, is it turn-based?
Yeah, side-scrolling turn-based combat, I believe, like Final Fantasy.
Oh, I didn't realise. But yeah, Gravity Rush I've already played, and Killzone I've also already played. But that's not too bad, that lineup, if that does turn out to be what we get here. I wanted to mention, you know, the Mini NES was announced yesterday. Sold out already today. Yeah.
Did you see JBO Hi-Fi? You can put $1 down and pre-order. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to make a mention. I'll give you a tiny rant for it. I've seen this around the traps. So there's on most of your big news websites and Facebook pages. I just want to say that the PlayStation 5 being confirmed is not fucking news.
No, of course it was confirmed before the 4 was out.
Well, that's the thing. Because look, I'm gonna say it now. PlayStation 6 is a thing.
Fucking nice.
Like, fucking, of course, the dumbest thing. Just because somebody with a Sony shirt on with the monogram on his fucking lapel saying Sony says, "Oh yeah, there'll be a PlayStation 5. Fuck knows when. It'll be a while, but yeah." That's not news. That's just common sense. Of course there will be. It just annoys me that these people are putting out... And I thought, I clicked on it. And I'm going to read it.
Oh, it worked. It gotcha. Yeah.
No, but...
Did you see on my personal page that clickbait everywhere, Andy? Oh, the fucking Toy Story one? That was to do with this shit.
But I had a look at it. I thought, I want to see, what is it
that justifies this?
What are they going to say? That they didn't already say in the Facebook post. But anyway, I looked into it, and they said fucking nothing. All they said was, it was pretty much expected that there'd be a PlayStation 5, but it's been confirmed now by Sony, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, you fucking idiots. So, yeah, I didn't post anything about it because I thought it's stupid. It's not fucking news.
It is fucking dumb, yeah.
And guess what? We know what the name of it's going to be. Yeah, the PlayStation 5. It's no fucking surprise. You know, if you come out and say that it's not going to be the PlayStation 5, it's going to be the fucking Doovywacky, that's news. But everyone knows. It's can be assumed. And it's vague as all fuck. It's stupid. It was everywhere. Mate, it was running like wildfire. Oh.
They're industry leaders at the moment, as we said, with the generational turnaround. They're industry leaders at the moment. Hopefully, the One X won't elevate Microsoft above. Hopefully it evens it out a little bit, and then we have a proper generational change, say 3 years from now, 4 years, and then they're industry leaders. Of course it's going to be 5. Of course there's going to be one. They're not going to sit back and watch the X come out and go, oh wow, you know, resting on our laurels here. No. It's new territory for Sony being industry leaders, because obviously, early days there was always the Nintendos and the 64s and stuff like that, and then the PS1 was really good, like with your Metal Gears and stuff like that. Then the 360 took over. So it's the first time in 15, 20 years, well, probably even more, considering how old we are, PlayStation industry leaders. So yeah, they're not going to go.
The PS2 was up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's the highest selling console like almost ever, but Asia. It's like the other day, we're in last word, so rambling's fine. The other day there was a fucking news item. I'm fucking sick of these clickbaity ones. Nintendo sales in the first 4 days and 17 hours and 12 minutes sees the Switch outsell the PlayStation 4 in Japan. Of course it fucking will!
In Japan.
You know what I mean?
Brand spanking new thing too in Japan.
I'm sick to fucking death of this shit that gets... And that's why I like your page, I fucking like my page, and everyone else can get fucked. I fucking hate shit. It's all these fuckers are coming up with now. It's like, you have 1.5 million followers. Stop with your shit. I get more intelligent out of the 7 people that comment on mine, and 2 of them are mum's aliases.
Thanks, Mum, times 2.
Fuck!
Oh,
you got me started, you arsehole. Sorry.
Oh, well. No, it's all good. I agree.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. Speaking of clickbait, did you see Snoogan's clickbait fucking post yesterday?
Which one was it? Oh, let me fucking go to town on that prick too.
The Xbox One X? Fucking tell me.
You fucker! You fuck psych! I'll fucking give you psych!
Yeah. So today I got to pop my head into the Microsoft store in Sydney, and guess what I got to play? Not the fucking One X.
Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm reading it, I'm looking at the fucking photo, and I'm going, yeah, granted he may have taken... Because we're privy to it, we're mates with it. I knew he was at the Xbox store.
Mm.
And because I was talking to him, he never said anything about the One X, and I see this photo, I went, the fucking cheeky bastard, held back from fucking going, guess what, Red, guess what, Red, guess what, Red? And then you read the comment, and he actually did, and I went, you fucking cheeky bastard again. Because I knew it. Last week I said something about him being Old Man River. I fucking copped a barrage this week in the chat as soon as he'd listened to it. Motherfucker. Oh, good times, good times.
Son of a bitch. But there you go.
Very funny.
All right. Well, that's it. That's it. The end of the show,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Yeah, get across to Twitch. Fucking follow everyone.
Yep, we've got Aussie Gamers TV. We've got Big Nine
Red. And fuck everyone else. I mean, Reprimere, he'll be there.
Repremiers. What's his called?
The Reprimere Collective. Yeah, but I think it's twitch.tv/Reprimere. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's got the Facebook page that we could probably make note of, that really is there just to give updates on what's going on with his live streaming too.
That's it.
That's called the Reprimere Collective. So yeah, get across there. Fucking throw a like at that, because he does different streams to us. A lot of he's doing Switch streams at the moment. So there's a lot of diversity amongst this little group, this little band of warriors that we've got going. This
little daisy chain circle jerk.
Shotgun burn the sayo.
I'm not even going to expand on that joke. That'll do.
No, that's enough.
That's enough. Thank you very much.
You'll expand on it.
All over the place. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening and getting slightly grossed out towards the end there. I am Lucas.
And I'm a moron.
He's just worked that out. Just worked out.
And I'm Red.
See ya.
Classic.
That's it. We are finished for another week. We are packing up our bat and ball and we're going home. If you're keen for more content before the next show, then head over to the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page and give us a like, and check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We are also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and every other social network that you can think of. Except that weird one that no one uses. You know the one. This podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. See you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.